Do you ever find yourself unsure exactly what supplements to take to lose fat, build muscle, and get in the absolute shape of your life? Well, today I'm here to give you the ultimate guide to muscle building and fat loss supplements and what does and doesn't work. If you want to supercharge muscle growth and performance, here is your go-to supplement guides rated as A, C, or S. A stands for these are always advisable, they are my go-tos. C, it depends on your kind of current conditions and there is a lot less evidence that back these up. And S is skip it, these are a complete waste of money. So make sure you hang around until the end to find out what supplements are a complete and utter scam. But why should you pay attention to me and what I have to say? Look, the choice is always yours, you're under no obligation here. But here's a little bit of a sneak peek into my world. I've been grinding away in the fitness industry for over a decade, fine-tuning my skills and coaching people like nobody's business. My work has earned me appearances on major platforms like ITV News, BBC Radio Jersey, and also Dubai Eye Radio. I've been on stage in front of hundreds of individuals and coaches from around the globe at the Total Mental Performance and the Fitness Entrepreneur Summits. Oh, and also, did I mention that I am the youngest European Institute of Fitness graduate, which is the most highly recognized personal trainer qualification in the whole of Europe? But let me drop you the real bomb. I've helped countless individuals shred fat, pack on muscle, and conquer marathons, dominate Ironman events, and countless individuals even conquer the Marathon des Sables, the toughest foot place on planet Earth. And get this, I've worked with individuals from their late teens to their golden 60s and helped over 3,000 people get in the absolute shape of their life to date. All of this has given me an edge, a wealth of knowledge and experience that I'm dying to share with you. I've witnessed the pitfalls, I've made the mistakes so you don't have to, and I've devised fail-proof strategies so that you can sculpt the body of your dreams both quickly and sustainably. So, let's get into it. But first of all, it's critically important for us to understand and realize that supplements are the icing on top of the cake. Whilst most of the industry concentrate on your supplements first, these are completely useless without nailing your calories, your macros, your micronutrients, and your meal timing. But I want to make sure that you don't fall victim to the fitness industry anymore. So this is a prime example of Freddie decides, fuck it, I'm going to buy my way out of all of this effort. Don't be like Freddie, okay? You can't supplement, okay, a diet, okay, a poor diet. So ultimately, you can't buy your way out of things. If you want to be in amazing shape, and this is why it's so powerful, you cannot buy your way to being in amazing shape. While supplements can help a good diet, they cannot replace one. And in many cases, they can just be an unnecessary expense. But let's get into things. Now, the A-list, these are my go-to non-negotiable supplements that if I had to take some and I had the disposable income, they would be my go-to. Number one is Protein Panda. Why? Because it's convenient, it's cost-effective, it's macro-friendly. Whey protein has the highest quality of amino acids as well. Okay, a little bit of a note that I've left down here. If you're vegan or vegetarian, you're listening to this and you're looking for a protein supplement, then the best thing that you can do is get, say, a pea and hemp blend, a blend of two different types of plant-based protein. The reason behind that is that amino acids are what make up protein. Okay, and animal sources of protein have all of the amino acids, whereas plant-based proteins don't, which is why we have to have that blend. Now, what is very essential is there has been a massive scam in the fitness industry of something called amino spiking. This is basically them messing up the protein so that it's cheaper for them and really you're not getting what's kind of marketed as. So to double check this, you want to make sure that you have 11% leucine of the total protein content and around 25% BCAAs of the total protein content. I reckon 20 to 30 grams of whey protein 1 to 2 times a day. And then ultimately, I've also linked in this document, which you'll be able to get down below in the description, I've literally linked my top recommended supplements in here so that you can go and buy them. I have no affiliations with any of these companies. I literally just purely use them myself and have recommended them to my clients for the last decade. Now, number two is creatine monohydrate. Why? It increases strength, power, and muscle mass. It's safe and it is the most scientifically researched supplement out there that is clinically proven to improve performance. And if we improve performance, we build muscle. If we work harder, we burn more calories. Okay? How does it work? It helps your body and your muscles to produce more energy so that you can get that extra 1, 2, 3 reps out, creating progressive overload and giving your body a reason to change. The dosage, is about 3 grams a day, 3 to 5 grams. Okay, if you're a smaller person, just aim for 3. If you're a bigger person, just aim for 5. There's no downside to you maybe taking a little bit more than maybe is necessary. So 5 grams per day, whenever best suits you, is probably good as go. The big tip here is there is absolutely no need to cycle on and off creatine. And obviously I have just linked my recommendation down here. Next one is caffeine. Boost strength endurance during workouts, meaning that you can work out harder for longer, meaning that you burn more calories and you get stronger. Okay, you get stronger, you build more muscle. Dosage wise here, we're going to be looking at 200 to 600 milligrams of caffeine 60 minutes before training, so it actually has time to kick in. So don't be there in your warm-up sets drinking a monster, because it's not going to do anything. Tips: you want to make sure that if you're training in the afternoon or the evening, we want to avoid taking too much caffeine, because caffeine has a half-life of 6 hours, meaning that if I had 200 milligrams of caffeine at lunchtime, 12 o'clock, at 6 p.m, half of that 100 milligrams is still going to be in my system. Then at midnight, 50 milligrams is still going to be in my system. So having caffeine too late in the day is going to impact your sleep and your recovery, which is going to be more downside than there is upside to just having a better workout. Okay. But any kind of energy drink, coffee, pre-workout will do the job here. But I have also linked the number one pre-workout that I've ever tried or ever recommended. It also has 2 supplements that I'll mention later on in this video, citrulline malate and beta-alanine in there as well. The next one is a multivitamin, okay? Ultimately, this is just to top up any maybe small deficiencies that you may have from your diet. Okay, we all know that nowadays the food just isn't as nutrient dense as it used to be, so just a multivitamin can help us top up any small deficiencies. Just 1 a day, you don't need to overdo this. It's literally just to kind of top up and give you just a general overview of things. Again, things are linked in here. Next up, essential fatty acids. That is EPA and DHA, okay? Supports heart health, reduces inflammation, can help with cognitive performance and also joint health. Okay, we want 1 to 2 grams of combined EPA and DHA daily. Okay, make sure that we buy a high quality fish oil, okay? Because so many of these, that yes, they are a fish oil, when you actually look at it, the amount of EPA and DHA that are actually in there is so minimal that you would have had to literally take like 5 or 6 times the recommended serving to actually get the effective amount. And this is why when you're buying supplements, it's so important to actually understand what are the clinically effective doses for you to be able to actually get the results that you want from taking these supplements, okay? The last one on the A list is electrolytes. They can manage hydration. They can also improve brain function, cognitive function. They can stop any cramping that you might have and also improve performance. Dosage wise, 200 to 500 milligrams of sodium, 50 to 100 milligrams of potassium. Make sure you choose a high quality one. And I've been taking electrolytes first thing in the morning before I have a coffee, before I do anything. And it has made a world of difference to my energy. As a business owner, this is critically important, both for my work and my own training and performance. Okay, then we move on to the C list. Okay, so that A list is my absolute go-to, non-negotiable recommended if you have the disposable income and you've nailed everything else, your calories, your macros, and your meal timing. Okay, now this one, C, is more so it depends on your conditions, or there's just like the extra icing on top of the cake. Okay, number 1 is vitamin D. This is essential for bone health, immune function. We want to take 20 to 80 IUs per kilo of body weight daily, okay, if we are deficient, okay? Now, if you live in countries, say like the UK, where it's a lot more overcast and grey and not getting as much sunlight, you probably want to be on the higher end of this. If you live, say, in the Middle East, Australia, or America, where you're getting a lot more sunlight, then you probably want to be on the lower end of this. But the best way to do it is get your blood work done by your doctor and actually understand where are your deficiencies, okay? Number 2 is citrulline malate. Okay, again, that pre-workout that I've recommended above actually already has citrulline malate in it. So not only are you getting the caffeine, but it has these next 2 supplements in there so you can get the most bang for your buck. This may aid with kind of increasing blood flow, therefore driving nutrients to that muscle. You get a great pump. I love citrulline malate, okay, and it can also help with energy production. Now, we want to have 6 to 8 grams about an hour before exercise. So this is why it's so effective if we can tie the citrulline malate into our caffeine as well, because they should be taken at the same time. Now, we're looking for a 2-to-1 ratio of citrulline to malate. Okay, the supplements I've recommended have got this as well. The next one is beta-alanine. Now, if anybody's ever had a pre-workout, it literally makes your face go like itchy. This is what beta-alanine does. Alongside that, it has small performance enhancing effects on kind of more longer, particularly kind of like anaerobic efforts where you're working like really hard and fast, more cardiovascular based. So this can be incredibly beneficial for, say, like CrossFit athletes, anyone who's doing like high rock style training, anyone who's doing more endurance based. But also I like just the itchy feeling. It lets me switch on for kind of my workouts. Again, the first pre-workout that I mentioned has got all 3 in, but I've also linked these where you can buy them individually. Now, a bit of a top tip for you, if you're training in the afternoon or the evening, you're not going to want to take that stim pre-workout, the one with the caffeine in, because what that's going to do is it's just going to fuck up your sleep and your recovery. So what I've linked down here is what's known as a pump product, which is essentially a pre-workout in that has electrolytes, citrulline malate, beta-alanine, and a couple of other little things. Okay, this can be very beneficial if you want to take something before a workout just to give you a little bit of extra oomph, but you're training later in the day, so you can't afford to have the caffeine. So that's an amazing product. I would highly recommend it. And then last of all, okay, the S-List. Skip these because they are a complete waste of money. And the amount of people that I've spoken to over the last decade that have wasted hundreds, even thousands of pounds and dollars when it comes to supplements blows my mind. Number one is BCAAs and EAAs. If your protein intake is sufficient, you will not have any additional benefits to having these. So the verdict, they're a complete waste of money. Okay, the next thing is glutamine. There's no actual scientific evidence supporting body composition or performance improvements. So the verdict, complete waste of money. And the last one is just HMB. Okay, there's very questionable data. It actually needs like an independent supporting kind of research into things, and the verdict, it's a complete waste of money. So team, I hope you found this useful. Please do not waste your money. Another amazing website that you can look at for more information on supplements is called examine.com. But if you are interested in losing 20 to 30 pounds of stubborn belly fat, building lean muscle, and actually understanding both training and nutrition, both from the scientific perspective and the real life application, so that you can get in the absolute shape of your life once and for all, what you can do is either just hit the link on this page here, or below in the description, I'll put a link where you can book in a free consultation with myself or one of my team. On that call, we'll have a look at kind of what you're doing with your current training and nutrition, what you're looking to achieve, what you feel might be holding you back from achieving this, and we'll see if you're a good fit for our one-to-one coaching program, where we'll design you completely customized and bespoke training, nutrition, lifestyle, sleep habits, and recovery protocols, so that you can finally get in the shape of your life once and for all. But if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and I'll get back to them myself.